Well, guys, this pains me very much to say, but I think this is going to have to be the final game of our App State Dynasty. Sad to say it, all good things have to come to an end at some point, and the new college football game is just around the corner here in a few weeks. So we're going to be definitely moving on to the next game to play with another team, another new adventure, and I hope you guys are going to join me in the next Dynasty, where we're going to be taking over Kennesaw State and trying to lead them to become a football powerhouse like we did Appalachian State. So if you guys definitely enjoyed this App State video, make sure you hit that sub button and let me know you guys have been enjoying the content. I've loved building this community so far, and I look forward to continuing in the next game. Let's go, guys. It is time for the national championship game, and I feel like our jerseys are bugged for some reason. I hope it's not like that in the actual game. But we are in the national championship against Georgia, and it is time to see if we can two-peat. And with the kickoff, we are underway here at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Alright, luckily that uniform glitch seems like it was just for the cutscenes. So we'll go ahead and take that, and their running back is going to get leveled after a 5-yard gain. But Branson Robinson has been legit this season. Basically a color rush end to the game, as we're in our all golds in there and they're all reds. And that is going to be a good broken tackle from Branson Robinson. He breaks a second one and gets 11 yards on the carry on the outside. So after the big run from Branson, it's now 1st and 10 just on the other side of the 50. They're going to run the ball with their quarterback, who's going to break a handful of tackles and get hit hard, but he gains 6. And yep, the cutscenes are still broken. Somehow the gameplay is not, but the cutscenes are, so that's a little weird. But alright, well, you know, that'll just have to do, as they're just going to throw that out of bounds. I can't tell if the uniforms are fire or garbage. It's one of those two. But that is a good tackle over the middle, but they're going to gain 14 yards. 1st and 10 for Georgia, as they are starting to drive. They're going to have a full-back dive, and he's going to get 5. That was kind of a surprising 5. I like how this uniform glitch was not in any of the previous games that we've played in this entire dynasty, but yet it is for the national championship in the last year. But they're going to lose 2. They're kind of like a two-tone, depending on how you look at them, with the sun shining green, black, and pink. Well, we'll see what happens on 3rd and 7 as they're going to motion the tight end over. And we'll see what they do, as they're going to have basically not really much to throw there. And it's going to be wide open as they got a route bounce, and Dylan Bell just runs straight upfield and gets 36 yards for a touchdown. What a play. A receiving touchdown record as he breaks it and now has this school record. And with the extra point, Georgia's up 7-0. So time for Matt Smith, the Heisman winner, to come back out here and see what their first drive is going to be, as they're going to run the ball for no gain. 2nd down and 10 now, as they will have really nothing to do there. So they're just going to run with it, and it's a nice 9-yard gain for Matt Smith, and it's 3rd and 1. The cutscenes are definitely bugging me out there with the jerseys, but I don't really know what to do to fix that one, as we're going to run up the middle with Nate Noel and pick up the first on a great play call on the read option. Nate Noel has been absolutely a unit so far in this playoffs and the last couple weeks of the regular season, as he has been really stepping up and getting 100-yard carry games after another. He really looks to try to continue to do that, as he's going to find a nice little crease and get 2 yards. It's 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 for App State. They're going to throw it, and it's going to be deflected and incomplete. A great play athletically from that linebacker. So it's going to have to be a punt to start the game. And that is going to be a good catch, and they're going to break a tackle and get to the 50. So what can they do on defense? And they are going to get a good carry up the middle for 10 yards to Branson Robinson. He's so quick. The fact that he can basically start from in the backfield to already pass the first down within half a second is just not what you want to see, and that is a good job forcing the incompletion for Shelton Dennis. 2nd down and 10. 2 people in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to the quarterback, and he's going to pick up 7. Should be in field goal range now, so we'll have to see how that works for us, as it is 3rd and short. They're going to throw it, and that is going to be almost intercepted. Milan, that was huge if you would have picked that off. The drop might come back to bite us. This is definitely a long field goal, but it is Georgia, so we're assuming they have the best kicker that you can get. That is not going to be good, though. He missed it. There must be a lot of wind. I'm pretty sure Arizona's an indoor stadium, though, so I don't know how there is. Yep, that's definitely indoors. Looks like a 0 blitz call here for Georgia, as we're going to see what they can do. It's an immediate pitch to Dalton Stroman, and he's going to make 9 yards on the play, and it's a good play for the option. Need to get Matt Smith involved in this game and get him warm. It's going to be a good run with him up the middle, and they pick up the first. 1st and 10 now. Gonna have to throw it out of... No, he couldn't get it off, and it's a sack. Under serious pressure from Jordan Hall. Looks like another 0 blitz call. We'll try another one of these triple options again. And Matt Smith is going to get a carry, and he goes up for a nice 8-yard gain. It's 3rd and 15. We're expecting some pressure. We'll see if we can get the runoff, and Matt Smith is going to get hit hard out of bounds, and it's 4th and 1. Gonna try a little bit of a gutsy play call here to see if we can get the pickup, and Nate Noel's gonna pick it up on the 4-yard gain, as that was a little gutsy, but we went for it and got it. Sometimes you have to just put some faith in your guys when you think you have it, and it's another 2-yard gain for Nate Noel. 2nd down now. Gonna have a good throw to Eli Wilson. He's gonna fight for yards, and he's down to the 13-yard line on a huge 26-yard pickup from the tight end. 1st and 10 for Nate Noel. He's gonna get tripped up and get 3, as that will end the first quarter. 7-0 Georgia is one of the few times this season we've been blanked in the first quarter. Don't super like what we see, so we're going to switch to a different play call, and it's even worse as we lose 3. Malachi Starks in there with a huge TFL. 3rd down and 10. Gonna be... Oh, he had him open but couldn't get it off, and it's going to have to be a field goal. Wide open guys over the middle. Just couldn't get it off. So the field goal is up, and it is right down the middle, and it's 7-3. And that is going to do it. The most field goals made in a season is owned now by Michael Hughes. So 1st and 10 for Georgia, as they still luckily have a lead. That is a wide open Bell. I don't know who was supposed to be covering him, but there was nobody on him. 75 yards for a free touchdown. I can't tell you who was supposed to be on him. There's no way he's that much faster than Ethan Johnson. And with the extra point, it's 14-3 Georgia. Deshaun will actually get a chance to take one out, and he's got some room, and he's going to get pushed out at almost midfield. So 1st and 10 for... Oh no, and that is just blown up. Damon Wilson Jr. on the stop. 2nd down now. Going to just find a little bit of space, and he's going to get a nice little carry for 17 yards and out of bounds. So far, this play call has been pretty good for us. That one won't be, though, as we're just going to go out of bounds and get a yard. 2nd down and 9. A nice run for Nate Noel, and he'll pick up 6 yards, and it's 3rd and short. 3rd down and 3. Gonna throw it over the middle to Dalton Stroman, and he'll pick up the first on a 7-yard drag. 1st and 10. Going to have a guy, and he's just gonna slide, can't slide, gets hit. Matt Smith is definitely taking a decent amount of punishment in this game, and needs to find a way to make that stop. That's a good find to Nate Noel. He's going to find a way to fumble the football, and that is massive. Nate Noel fumbles the football. Is that going to stand? Is Malachi Starks going to do it? It's going to be a fumble. That's insane. Unbelievable play for them to fumble the football. That is terrible from Nate Noel. If they don't fumble that football, they are in great position to put up a touchdown. And now they are in a dire situation right now that they need to get a stop defensively, or this is going to get extremely difficult. That is a great find. There's no way that was complete. For some reason, it is ineligible to be challenged, even though for sure that there's no way that was a complete play. And that is going to be shaken off, and the lag is insane right now. 1st and 10. For Georgia again. Going to run the ball off to Brenton Robinson for another 5 yards. App State needs to get a stop defensively. They're going to run the ball and gonna get a huge stop. Huge play for a 2-yard loss on Brenton Robinson. 3rd and 7. 4 wide, 1 tight end. It's a run, and they're not going to get it. It's going to be a 4th down. Great job and great call defensively for App State. 1st and 10 for App State. So we're going to throw that one as it's going to be a comeback. It's a perfect play call as we knew he was going to turn around, and it's a 31-yard gain. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the half, and Matt Smith's going to have a lot of running room, and he's going to go out of bounds after 15, and we're back in enemy territory again. The problem is they need to score. We've been down here a handful of times, but have not been able to score, and it's going to be a good pitch and catch for 10 yards to Christian Horn. 1st and 10 then, as they're going to have to run with it and hope that we can get a block, but we do not get one, and we'll have to go out of bounds for 5. Matt Smith is probably completely gassed at this point, since he is basically being the only one who's doing anything. We're just going to throw it away. We don't want to take any hits with him right now. 3rd down and 5. Gonna throw to Christian Horn, and it's 4th and 1. How does that happen? This is big. Matt Smith is injured. Ryan Berger's in the game. It's a run to Nate Noel, and he gets the first. A minute left on this clock. We're going to try to get some of this run down a little bit. A touchdown is extremely important on this drive, as that is the only thing that we really care about right now. And also making sure that they don't get another possession. It's going to be a run to Ryan Berger, and it's wide open up the middle for a touchdown, so they will get another possession, but we do get the points, and that is the most important part. So the extra point is up, and it is good, and the lead is cut to 4. So here is the question. Are they going to try to get some points? Is that their plan here? And it looks like Dennis is going to get a good tackle and keep him in bounds. The clock will continue to run. So Matt Smith has a mild concussion, and he is out for the game. That is a big, big injury for the national championship game. Ryan Berger is going to have to win it, and nothing more poetic than this, because Ryan Berger was knocked out last year and did not get a chance to play in the national championship. So this is his opportunity to get his national championship, as he is going to be the only one starting left for quarterback on this team. So we'll be going into the half 14-10. App State is going to be getting the ball to start the half. An excellent drive led by Matt Smith was able to get them in a position to get some decent chance to put up a touchdown, which they did when Ryan Berger converted it. But Nate Noel gets a nice 12-yard run. OC wants us to hit a couple read option plays in a row here. Haven't had a chance to really run with Ryan Berger yet. We will as well, and he gets 10 yards and a first down, as it's 2 straight first downs. Trying a little bit of a screen play this time, as Noel is just going to get absolutely leveled and he'll lose 3. Probably should have known better there that would be what happened, and it's going to be dropped incomplete. Christian Horn drops it. It was a perfect pass from Ryan Berger, but good coverage. So 3rd and 13 now. as they are going to have to run with it, and he somehow steps out of bounds before he can throw it. Apparently just making Ryan Johnson, our punter, have to work for it a little bit more, as it's still an excellent punt to down him at the 15-yard line. And that is going to be just so wide open for 6-yard gain to David Young. Brock Van Griff, literally in like his first 5 passes, he threw for 2 touchdowns, which is just absurd. So we'll see what they do this time, and it's going to be another great find to the tight end. So I just don't really know how on earth their tight ends are basically routing up our corners, but okay. And they'll gain 7 on the run to Branson. As long as it's basically a field goal, it's not too terrible. Still would not be ideal though. Great TFL from Shelton Dennis and Paul Pittman. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for Georgia. They're gonna run the ball, and it's gonna be a tackle from Paul Pittman in another punt situation. And Branson Robinson's injured. That's big. The injury bug has plagued both teams so far. Whose injury is gonna be worse, basically. So just the will return soon for shin splints for Branson, so still worse for us at this point. And that is excellent by the linebacker. We're going to lose 2. 2nd down and 12 now. Just going to have to try to dump it off. Incomplete. It's excellent coverage everywhere. Looks like potentially some sort of blitz package again. It's wide open, but it's gonna be almost intercepted. It was a terrible execution of the pass, as one safety was able to cover both receivers. So another solid punt from Ryan Johnson, and we're back to where we started, as Georgia's gonna get the ball again to start with Vandergriff. And it's gonna be an excellent throw and catch for 19 yards on the end route. Really threw that with the perfect amount of touch to barely get it over in front of Jesse Billings. And that is going to be just a little dump off for 3. This is such a close game for the national championship. How is it going to end? Georgia's going to drop back again. Going to throw it off to the running back. And that is going to be 3rd and inches. Not enough for the first yet. 3rd and inches. Going to have a spot, and it's going to be a 1st down as he runs over Ronald Clark and gets it. Gotta try to keep him out of field goal range as they're getting closer and closer to making it. Gonna be, looks like a pass, and it's caught. Gonna get a big hit from Paul Pittman, but he picks up 5. Brock has been looking very sharp today as he's only had 3 incompletions total in this game, which is absurd. And it's going to be a little handoff to the running back, and he's going to lose 3. Brendan Harrington showing great skills. We need to hold him right here. It's 3rd down. It's going to be a perfect pass. He drops it. That's huge for us. We're definitely doing the safe punt block this time. We figured it was going to be some sort of something, and it's gonna be a dot to Nyland Green. I don't know how to stop the fake punt. We literally accounted for it. I should have come out in 2-man under. Unbelievable. We literally knew it was happening and still could not do anything in our power to stop it from happening. As that is going to be an excellent run. We had to pick a hole and we picked the wrong one, and they gained 7. 2nd down and 3. Going to expect a run, and it's going to be a nice stop. It's 3rd and 2. Can we expect some sort of run? It's going to be a fake. It's going to be a throw, and it's caught for a touchdown. Jesse couldn't get there in time, and that is going to make it tough. It's a booth review. Could this be massive for us? I think it's going to be a touchdown, though. There's no way it's not. Yeah, that's 100% a touchdown. So the play will stand. The extra point is up, and it is good, and it's an 11-point game. Ryan Berger needs to get some sort of momentum in this one, as Nate Noel is going to get a nice 4-yard carry. Problem is Ryan Berger just doesn't really have any sort of momentum right now, as Dalton Stroman's going to get a nice gain of 11. Don't know why the only plays right now the offensive coordinator is trying to call are 4 verts. We don't want to be doing 4 verts. We want to just do some nice little drives. We have plenty of time. For some reason, the coordinator does not think that we have time. And it's gonna be leveled. It's not exactly what we wanted there. But as the third quarter comes to an end, we're down 11 points. 3rd down and 2. Going to throw it, and he couldn't get it off. He had an open guy. We gotta go for it. Gonna throw it to Vince Daniel, and he's gonna pick up the first. A nice 9-yard gain. Don't know where any of our medium range plays are here, because we just don't have... Oh my goodness, Ryan, you gotta get rid of it. We tried to hit the button about 5 minutes ago, and he still did not get rid of it. 2nd down and 24. It's going to be a good find to Nate Noel, and he's going to pick up a nice amount of yards, and it's 3rd and 6. We're going to no-huddle it. 3rd and 6. Are they going to blitz us? Looks like they will, and it's almost intercepted. Jeez, what a terrible pass. 4th down and 6. It's a throw, and it's dropped. Caden Robinson with 97 catching dropped it. I don't know, guys. That one might have sealed the deal on it. It's going to be pretty tough. They are gonna throw it, and it's almost intercepted by Jesse Billings. That would have been huge. Ryan Berger is just ice cold as anything, and our play call menu is nothing currently, as they're gonna run with the quarterback and get 3. This is a big 3rd down. This has to be a stop. There is no option. We must get the stop on this play. It's going to be a wide open play, and he's going to take it to the goal line, basically, and that's probably going to end this one. Just such an unfortunate way to go out in the final game of the season. I mean, crazier things have happened, but it is not looking good at all by any means right now. As we are gonna let him he could have built a house on the goal line over there. That is absurd. Missing Matt Smith in this game was very, very crucial for us to just not be able to get anything going offensively. Down by a lot of points now. That might get picked, and that was almost picked. 2nd down and 10. Gonna just dump it off to Noel, and it's gonna be 3rd and inches. That's of course. Gonna have to no-huddle it to do something here. Dump it off to Noel again. Pick up the first. 1st and 10 now. As we will try to dump it off and can't really do much, just go out of bounds. Don't really know why about the only play calls we have right now are for verts. Don't know where all of the mid-range stuff is, which is the stuff that we want to be throwing, because right now they just obviously know we're doing 4 verts on every play. 3rd down now, and we'll have a nice open receiver to Shelton Dennis, and he'll get the first. Clock continues to run as we are under 5 minutes now in this game. And that is just a hit out of sack, basically. 2nd down now. Gonna throw it and gets immediately sacked. They are just sending the house, boys. 3rd down and 24. Oh, what a horrid pass. It was nowhere near anything, and that's a pick, and that is going to end it. So, kind of a terrible way to end this game, end this dynasty, this franchise, that we weren't able to get the two-peat for the championship, as we had a massive win streak that we were having, but it all has to end at some point. Just unfortunate that it ends against the Georgia Bulldogs in our 2nd chance at a natty. There was just really nothing we could do. We just got outplayed on every side of the ball in this, and we got an unfortunate injury with Matt Smith. Matt Smith was extremely injury prone towards the second half of the season. I think he was just being worked way too hard to be able to consistently be used, and that was kind of an issue for us, as that is a wide open receiver. And I mean, Ethan Johnson getting burnt on all these plays like this don't help, but I mean, really, that the fumble from Nate Noel is massive. because if he doesn't fumble that ball, this is not the same game. I mean, we can take a even closer game. I think we might even be able to lead at this point. And so kind of all because of that, I mean, we really weren't able to do anything we wanted to offensively, and defensively not good either. We'll just try to continue to no huddle this and see if we can find any way to get any sort of points. Terrible pass out of bounds for Ryan Berger, but just under 3 minutes now in this game. That is a wide open play to Christian Horn, and it's a good catch. Just wish we had more arm strength. Jeez. Especially whenever he's completely wide open for a touchdown, if they just put a little bit more arm on it. And like that is a good throw to Deshaun Davis. That is what you want. I'm going to go no huddle again on this one. See what we can do. And that is just going to be an immediate sack. There's nobody open. Trying to no huddle to do something here. 2nd down and 22. And just going to dump that off to Nate Noel. And he will find a few yards and get to 3rd and 12. See if we can at least put up some sort of points here for some sort of fun. Deshaun drops it, of course. 4th down and 12. This is for literally everything else in the whole game. It is going to be dropped, and we won't put any more points up on the board. 10 is how we end it. So they're just going to run the clock out and get 7 yards on that one, but we'll probably just see you guys at the end of this one. And so, guys, that is going to end it, as Georgia is going to be your national champions. That is just super unlucky. They are just a good team overall, and we had an unfortunate injury and some fumbles that really kind of threw this game away. So, what can you say? You can't win all of them. I would definitely have liked to win the last one. Final stats for the game. Matt Smith had 6 for 8 for 100 yards. Ryan Berger 10 for 23 for 131 yards and an interception. 43% completion percentage, 5 sacks for Ryan Berger. He was having a terrible game, was rattled all game long, and could not get anything together. Running-wise, couldn't really get much of anything either. Terrible averages. Really no receiver was great, except for Noel was the only one who was ever open, just because we could dump it off to him quick. Sheldon Dennis had 6 tackles, solo tackles, 9 total tackles. Handful of TFLs for a couple of our guys. Didn't get any sacks at all, no interceptions, and 2 deflections. So looking at some of the records for the offseason, Matt Smith has the new school record for passing yards in a season, breaking Armani Edwards' record of 2009. Matt Smith also has the most passing touchdowns in the season, breaking Tyler Lamb's record. Deshaun McKnight ended with 20 sacks on the season, breaking the school record for sacks. And we ended up going 15-1. I mean, we had a great 3 years there, winning quite a bit of bowl games, making it to 2 national championships, winning 1 of them, but going 40-6 in our time here at App State. But looking at our season stats for what we did this year, Matt Smith winning multiple awards as a freshman, ending up having 3,736 yards, 34 passing touchdowns to 9 interceptions, with almost a 67% completion percentage, which was fantastic. And on the ground, he ran for 1,300 yards and another 14 touchdowns. Running wise, Nate Noel had 1,390 on 276 rushes, averaged 5 yards a carry, and got 20 touchdowns, which was fantastic. Receiving wise, Dalton Stroman led us in receptions and receiving yards. He also led us with 873. Caden Robinson shortly behind him with 835. Christian Horn had 752 and Deshaun Davis 725. So all 4 of those guys getting over 700 yards. And then Eli Wilson really coming in clutch towards the second half of the season, having 573. So really spreading the ball around really well between our top 5 guys. And Dalton Stroman having 11 touchdowns on the year was fantastic. Blocking wise, oddly enough, Caden Robinson was the only pancake on the entire roster. And Markel Samuel gave up 12 sacks. Sheldon Dennis had a boatload of tackles, way more than second place, and 116 solo. TFLs was a 3-way tie between Deshaun McKnight, Ryan Simmons, and Mike Mayhew, so the whole D-line eating all of them, and Sheldon Dennis getting 20 himself. sacks. Deshaun McKnight obviously getting 20 again. Mike Mayhew having another crazy season of hitting 13 sacks. Ryan Simmons a little bit of a decrease from previous year, having 8 this time. I believe last year he had 12 last time, whereas Mike Mayhew last time had 11. And Deshaun has just been an animal. 29 sacks in 2 seasons. Interceptions, both Ethan Johnson and Jesse Billings had 7 interceptions for us. Ethan Johnson just continues to get better each year as far as interceptions and pass deflections goes. And Ronald Clark kind of going back to that first year again for him, having 3 interceptions and some pass deflections, kind of getting back to his first year form rather than just being a tackle and TFL guy like he was last year. And Michael Hughes, just Mr. Clutch, making pretty much, he's made 97% of his field goals since being a kicker for App State. But a huge shout out to Deshaun Davis too, just continuing to go off as a return man. Yeah, just super good and consistent, having 9 kick return touchdowns and 2 punt return touchdowns. A little bit of a dip in both kick return and punt return this year since we started making a rule that he wasn't able to have as many kick returns unless they were basically at the goal line of the end zone. But we'll advance to the players leaving stage just to see if anybody's going to go to the draft. So let's see what we have. So it looks like Nick Hill was the freshman D tackle that we redshirted. He wants to transfer for playing time. And looks like Caden Robinson is going to go to the NFL draft, projected round 3, which is crazy. That would be the highest person we've had so far, period, in our dynasty. Anderson Castle going to graduate. Milan Tucker graduating, had up and downs, decently pass deflection guy. Deshaun Davis, though, huge kick returner guy, awesome. Craig McFarland was okay. Michael Hughes, best kicker ever. Jackson Green really didn't play much. Brendan Harrington, super solid linebacker. Ronald Clark, also fantastic safety. Looks like that is all the people that we're going to be losing in the offseason. So not too many, but a lot of big name guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and the whole Appalachian State Dynasty. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that sub button to let me know you've been enjoying the content. But until the next video, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. And until then, why don't you check out one of these videos?